Hi students, chapter 4, The Enemy. Let's have a look at the continuation of this chapter. He is bleeding, Hannah whispered again in a solemn voice. The mist screamed that them now completely, and at this time of day no one came by. The fisherman had gone home, and even the chance beachcombers would have considered day at the end. Solomon means serious and concerned. Beachcomber means a virgin who makes a living by searching beaches of the articles value and selling them. So Hannah was considered that the man was injured and said in a low voice that he was bleeding. The mist had intensified now. Intensified means become more now. The three of them could not be spotted by anyone. Moreover, the fishermen and the rag pickers did not visit the place at that time of the day. What shall we do with this man? Sado muttered, but his trained hands seemed of their own will to be doing what they could touch the fearful bleeding. He packed the wound with the sea mosses that strewed the beach. The man moaned with pain in a stupor, but he did not awaken. Muttered means speak in a low voice. The best thing that he would do would to put him back into the sea, Sado said, answering himself. Now that the bleeding was stopped for the moment, he stood up and dusted the sand for his hand. Yes, undoubtedly, that would be the best, Hannah said steadily, but she continued to stare down at the motionless man. If she sheltered a white man in our house, we should be arrested, and if we turned him over as a prisoner, he would certainly die, Sado said. The kindest thing would be to put him back into the sea, Hannah said, but neither of them moved. They were starting with a Claire's repulsion about the inert finger. Sado answered to himself and said that best thing was to put the man back into the sea. As the bleeding stopped, he stood up and removed the dust from his hand. Hannah supported his opinion, but looked initially at the man as he lay still. Sado said that if they gave him shelter, they would be arrested for sheltering an enemy. So the war is going on. So an American man is an enemy. If we give a shelter to this man, they will be arrested. And Sado said that it is better to leave him into the sea. If they handed him over to the Japanese army as a prisoner, they would die in the prisoner. As he thought, both the options were not favorable, so the best option was to put him back into the sea. Hannah added, the kindest act for them was to put him back into the sea. Both of them did not move ahead to do so. Rather, they started at motionless finger with dislike. They disliked him because he was an enemy, an American. So a problem is there because world war is going on. If they give shelter to this American, what they happen, they have been arrested. If he handed over this man to Japanese army, he would definitely die in the prison. And also if he get back to the and after that they give a conclusion that it is better to leave him back to the sea. What is he? Hannah whispered. There is something about him that looks American, Sado said. He took up the battered cap. Yes, they are almost gone, was the faint lettering. A sailor, he said, from an American warship. He spelled it out, US Navy. The man was a prisoner of war. Battered means torn and worn out. Hannah was inquisitive as she asked about the man's identity. Sado replied that he appeared to be an American. He picked up the torn cap and read the words written it which were slightly visible. He said that the man was a sailor from an American warship and read out the words US Navy written on the cap. They concluded that the man had been taken into captivity during the war. Actually this man is a prisoner in the war. So I think he is escaped from the war. From that cap itself, it is clearly written that the man belongs to a US Navy person. He has escaped, Hannah cried softly, and that is why he wounded. In the back, Sado agreed. Sado and Hannah discussed that the man had tried to escape from the prison and had been shot in from the back. They hesitated, looking at each other. Then Hannah said with resolution, come, are we able to put him back into the sea? They were not able to gather the courage to throw him into the sea. Hannah called upon Sado with fairness. She asked him if he was ready to put him into the sea. Actually, they had taken a decision to send this man back to the sea, but they cannot. They cannot. Their mind did not allow them to send back them to the sea. They are become motionless. If I am able, are you? Sado asked. No, Hannah said. But if you can do it alone? Sado told her that he was able to do so and asked that did Hannah have the courage for it. Hannah replied in a negative and added that if he could not do it by himself, then she had to help him. Sado hesitated again. The strange thing is, he said that if the man were Wall, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty. I care nothing for him. He is my enemy. All Americans are my enemy, and he is only a common fellow. You see how foolish his face is. But since he is wounded. Sado was reluctant in throwing the man into the sea. Actually, they was hesitated to throw the man back to the sea. He reasoned that if the man was well, he would hand him over to the police without any hesitation. Sado said that if the man is well and feeling healthy, definitely he would hand this person to the police. But he added that he was not concerned about the man and considered him to be an enemy as he was an American. Sado said that he is an American, so all Americans are my enemy because war is going on. He commented that the injured man was a common man. He commented that the injured was a common man as his face looked as he was a foolish person. He wanted to say that he was not bothered about the injured man, but his only concern was that he was wounded. So what was their only concern about that man? The only concern about that man was what he is not in a good condition, he is a wounded. So for being a doctor, Sado cannot throw him into the sea or get back into the sea. You also cannot throw him back to the sea, Hannah said. Then there is only one thing to do. We must carry him into the house. Hannah said that if we could not throw him into the sea, then what is the second option? The second option was to carry him to the home. But the servants, Sado inquired. Sado was concerned that servant would object that they would give a shelter to an enemy because this man is a enemy. So if they carry this person to the home, servants are there and they would object to give a shelter to a person, those who are their enemies. We must simply tell them that we intended him to the police. We intended to him to the police, and indeed we must, Sado. We must think of the children and your position. It would endanger all of us. We did not give this man over as a prisoner of war. Certainly, Sado agreed. I would not think of doing anything else. Hannah said that they would tell them that they intended to hand him over to the police once he recovered. So what they are planning to tell to the servants? They are planning to tell to the servants that once he is recovered, definitely he would be handed over to the police. She told him that they must do that. So, and one more thing, he added that after recovering, we must definitely hand over this man to the police. She added that they must consider their children's future and Sado's position. If they did not hand over a prisoner of the war to the police, they would be in a danger. He said that she said that we have to consider the future of our children and your Sado's position. If he did not do it, it will be in a danger for them. So after recovering, they would plan. After recovering from these wounds, they planned to hand over this prisoner to the police. Sado replied that certainly he would do so, and he did not think of doing anything else. Children, hope you understood the video. Thanks for watching. If you are not understanding, means watch the video again and again. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.